Feast your eyes, gentlemen. Wow.
Spectacular.
Uncharted 4 has seen some major delays over its development life, and it seems that developer Naughty Dog has used that extra time to play a few other games. This is Digital Trends contributor Phil Hornshaw, and I recently got a chance to try a few minutes of Uncharted at a preview event in Los Angeles. The most striking thing about the 30-minute demo, how much it seems Uncharted is borrowing from its action-adventure competition. But given that the series is going into its final installment and is nearly 10 years old, that's actually a good thing. The demo takes place in Madagascar, with series protagonist Nate Drake joining up with old friend and mentor Victor Sullivan and long-lost brother Sam, as the three search for literal pirate booty. In this portion of the game, players start out exploring the area in a 4x4 Jeep. As director and writer Neil Druckmann explained, you'll use the Jeep to explore a much more open area than Uncharted players might be used to. The area isn't completely open, more like a wide tunnel, with a linear path marked with areas that you can explore along the way. Players are rewarded for looking around with bits of story in the form of hidden journal entries and artifacts, and side conversations between the three characters, a lot like Druckmann's last game, The Last of Us. Druckmann said Naughty Dog wanted players to feel like the Jeep was an extension of their usual in-game character, so expect to bond with the vehicle to some degree, as it looks like you'll spend at least a fair amount of time in it in this chapter. Driving also allows Naughty Dog to add some environmental puzzles to the area. The Jeep can't handle steep, muddy slopes, for instance, so you'll have to make use of the winch Sully didn't want to pay for.
See, Sully? Winch. Totally worth it.
We cleared a hill. It hasn't exactly paid for itself.
Apart from a more explorable world than the much more linear levels of previous Uncharted games, Uncharted 4 is also making some pretty big changes to combat. The encounter in the demo was more open, and players could approach it from multiple angles, a lot like the guard outposts in Metal Gear Solid 5. Stealth is also a much bigger part of the experience. You can slip into tall grass and take out a few enemies before entering combat, and as Druckmann explained, once you're spotted, you're still able to break line of sight and lose your enemies, so you can regroup and get sneaky again. Sam and Sully also participate in battles. Sometimes they're helpful, and sometimes they get grabbed by the bad guys. But like The Last of Us, it doesn't seem as if they can die or take damage, so you won't be babysitting them. Naughty Dog is putting a major emphasis on changing up fights in Uncharted 4. Don't expect to spend nearly as much time stuck in cover, only moving when a grenade lands next to you. Instead, you'll be able to swing around with a grappling hook, take enemies out, go on the run, duck into tall grass and sneak away, only to hit them again from a different angle. It sounds like a lot of the game's encounters with bad guys will be open like this one. If it all looks a bit like Metal Gear Solid 5 or Rise of the Tomb Raider, well, this demo played a lot like those games too. Uncharted is taking serious notes from its competition. You can mark enemies now like in Metal Gear, and enemies get alert status indicators to let you know whether you've been spotted or not. You'll be pretty mobile the way Lara Croft is in Tomb Raider, and pretty reliant on stealth like Punish Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5. But it all works together pretty well to freshen up Uncharted 4's combat. The series might have been getting a bit stale for players back in Uncharted 3, and these alterations make fighting a lot livelier than the usual cover-based mechanics. And the ability to pick your approach and go stealthy or loud means there should be more variety in fights to help combat stay exciting all the way through. If there's something the demo was lacking, it was the kind of big, blockbuster moments for which Uncharted is known. And while the new gameplay additions to Uncharted feel like an improvement, they also feel a lot like every other game of this type on the market. A free area to explore full of collectibles to find and bad guy necks to snap. It sounds like Naughty Dog is still working to produce those crazy set pieces, but there weren't any train derailments or collapsing buildings in this demo.
We're good. Everything's good.
Jesus Christ.
Ultimately, the question will be whether Naughty Dog's changes to Uncharted can bring it up to speed with other modern action-adventure games without the series losing what makes it unique. But for right now, we'll have to wait until its release in May to find out.
Singing the same damn thing.